Welcome back. In this video, we are going to continue looking at how to edit our videos. In the previous episode, we looked at how to make some basic edits, how to cut out mistakes that we might have made, how to add text or images on top of our video, and finally how to export it and have a single video file output. In this current video, we are going to continue in this vein. We're going to look at how to work with multiple parallel video recordings. For example, in case I've made a recording where one camera or one phone was recording me and another was recording the table in front of me, some demonstration or something like that. We're going to take a look at how to work with these two videos parallelly, how to switch between the various angles, and we're also going to take a look at how to work with external audio, how to synchronize the audio we've recorded separately from our video so that in the end it doesn't look sort of like shifted from our video recording. We'll also be looking at how to, just like in the previous episode, we looked at how to add images or text on top of our video. Now we're going to do the same thing with another video that was recorded separately or is from a different source. It's going to be very similar, and I think if you've paid attention in the previous video and you followed along, this one is going to be super easy beyond the simple concept of how to work with things parallelly in Clipchamp. After that, everything is going to follow the same logic. So don't be scared. This is not like an advanced version. This is just the next step of what you can do with video. So I suggest we go ahead and dive right back into our editor. So we're going to start by creating a new video in Clipchamp because I want to do this from start because we're going to be using different methods than we used last time. I'll go ahead and import all the video files that I'm going to be using. And while that's importing, I'll also go ahead and import the screen recording I made because we are going to be working with that as well this time. And I'll also go ahead and import the audio I recorded separately so we can also use that. Once everything is imported, I'll start by dragging my main video clip into the timeline as I did last time. And I'll also drag in my audio recording to the audio track just below the video one. So now what I want to do is go ahead and mute or turn the volume down on this new audio clip, and I'll find the part in the video where I clap at the start. This is going to help me align the video and the audio because a clap is very visible and you can also hear it. There you go. So I'll just chop everything else before this off because I definitely won't be needing that. Now I'll do the same in reverse. I'll mute the main video and I'll find the clap in the audio recording as well. As you can see, as I'm playing, I can see basically the waveform or the shape of the audio as it's playing in the timeline. That's going to help me quite a bit. There's the clap, so I'll just chop that off and I'll move it here to roughly align it with the video. Next, I'm going to right click on the video, select audio and detach. What this is going to do is split the audio recorded with the video from the video itself. So I'll end up with two separate audio tracks, one recorded with the video and one that I've recorded separately. Now that I've done this, what I can do is zoom in on the waveforms, and I can see the peak where the clap happens in both the audio from the video and the audio recorded separately. So I can align these. And let's see if that worked. There you go. So now I can see that my video and the external audio is synchronized. Next, I can go ahead and just delete the audio track that originally came with the video. I won't be using that. Next, what I'm going to do is make sure that the audio and the video start at the same point. So as I zoom in here, you can see that there's a bit of a difference. They are aligned, but there's more chopped off from the video than the audio at the beginning. So I'm just gonna fix that really quickly. Okay, maybe I'll just move them separately. This way it will work, yes. So I'll just make sure that they both have the same starting point as well as being aligned. Next, I'm going to select them both, right click and select group. This way, I'll be able to remove the space from the beginning like this, click on the little trash icon, and I can go ahead and treat them as a single clip because they are attached together, so they'll move together. So this is how we synchronize audio and video here. After doing this, I can just go ahead and edit this like I did in the previous video, cut out some mistakes, make sure I start at the right point, and I can treat these two as a single clip. If I split them, they will both be split like so.
Sziasztok! Na még egyszer. Sziasztok! Sziasztok!
As you can see, I'm using a new tool to remove space between clips. If I hover over an empty space on the timeline, Clipchamp will offer me a little trash can icon, and if I click on that, that empty space will be removed, as if it were a clip itself.
Kezdjük is ott, hogy megnézzük, hogyan fogjuk őt megprogramozni. Forduljunk ide a monitorhoz. Super Alter. Forduljunk is.
Next, I'll want to add my screen recording on top of my existing video, and this way you'll be able to hear what I'm saying and switch back and forth between the screen recording and the video of me.
Forduljunk is ide a monitor, hogy megnézzük, hogyan fogjuk őt megprogramozni. Forduljunk is ide a monitorhoz, és itt látjuk, hogy ez a DC motor blokkra lesz szükségünk.
So I'll just take my screen recording from the media pool and drag it into the timeline on top of the main video. That creates a new video track. Now I'll go ahead and find the correct starting point because the screen recording started much earlier than where I want to start it now. That seems about right. I'll also make sure that it's roughly in sync with what I'm saying here so that I'm talking about something and I'm also showing the same thing on screen. It doesn't need to be perfect, but I just want to make sure that what I'm saying tends to happen on screen as well, so it's not too confusing.
Ebből kettőre, mert két motor van a robotunkon, illetve erre az irány blokkra, mert ez meg megmondja nekünk, hogy illetve erre az irány blokkra.
As you can see, since these are in parallel, I can select my main video down here, make a split, and it doesn't touch the screen recording up top. So they are completely independent and they work in parallel.
Illetve erre az irányblokkra, mert ez meg megmondja nekünk, hogy melyik irányba szeretnénk, hogy haladjon a robotunk, és végül szeretnénk meg is állítani, ezért ide berakunk egy várakozást, majd utána pedig megállítjuk.
So I think this much is enough for this portion from the screen recording, so I'll just split it here and delete the second bit.
Berakunk egy várakozást.
Yeah, remove this little clip, this seems to be a mistake I wanted to cut, so let's remove this. And clear the space between them.
Irányblokkra, mert ez megmondja nekünk, hogy melyik irányba szeretnénk, hogy haladjon a robotunk, és végül szeretnénk meg is állítani, ezért ide berakunk egy várakozást, majd utána pedig megállítjuk a két motorunkat. Ne felejtsük el,
Next up, I'll again use the same separately recorded video of the robot that I did in the previous lesson, but I'll do it differently this time. So first, let's find the portion of the video where I start the recording and split it here. Let's find where I want to start the external video, maybe somewhere around here. This seems good. Okay, let's delete this, move that back, and I drop this clip, and I can select, there is this little speaker icon here. If I click on it, I'll mute that clip. So I want to mute the second clip that I just added, because it also has sound, but that would be confusing hearing the two sounds together. So I just want to hear my main sound. I think that's roughly aligned. So let's continue with some screen recordings after this, because I'm still going to be showing some stuff on the screen. You can see me turning back to the screen here, so let's make sure that that's where we pick up right after we show the robot. Let's split that there. And maybe pick up from here somewhere. Split and delete and clear the space. And the advantage of this is that I'm also hiding the cuts, so it's not obvious that I've made an edit here, because on top the video track of the robot is covering the edit, as you can see on the timeline. So let's keep going with the screen recording here. I need to find where to pick up, because I dragged another copy of the screen recording in, so it starts from all the way in the beginning. So I think this is roughly where I want to pick up. So I'll just make sure to split that there and delete whatever is before it and clear the space here to make it snuggle up right after my robot recording.
Az iránya pedig a CV, fogjuk itt kiválasztani, M1 és M2, a power az a sebessége lesz, az maximumon van.
So you can see I'm not really doing anything on the screen yet, so maybe I split a little early. I'll drag the beginning up there, so I'm chopping off the stuff before it, and now I'm already active on the screen
M1 és M2.
right as that starts.
A power az a sebessége lesz, az maximumon van, illetve az irány.
So I think that's enough right there. I'll split and delete whatever comes after. I don't need much more of that.
Ez fogja az előremenést adni.
So let's go back to the previous screen recordings, because I also want to show you something cool you can do with switching between two clips. So if you select a clip and go into color adjustments where we've edited the picture before, you have a transparency slider, so you can change that to make the clip more or less transparent. And what I'll do here is split this clip into multiple parts and make part of it transparent. So this way, what I'm practically doing is switching back and forth between the image on screen and the video recording. So I'm gonna make this transparent here, this middle clip, and if I play it, you can see that now we're looking at the screen, now we're looking at me, even though there is a clip in the timeline. The reason I'm doing this, instead of deleting it, is this way, if I change my mind, I can just turn the transparency back up and I don't need to figure out where that clip should continue. Another thing I can do is with this other clip, I can show both things at the same time. This won't look great in this case, but you can make it work, especially if you drag it out like this to make it a lot bigger. That makes it a little bit more readable.
ezért ide berakunk egy várakozást, majd utána pedig megállítjuk a két motorunkat.
Maybe I'll adjust it a little bit, and this way, yeah, I think contrast will be the key here to making it readable. It's not perfect, but I'm showing things on the table as well as on screen at the same time, so this is a good way to work with that. I'll just add some fades here as well, like I did previously, just to make it a little bit less jarring and make it a bit smoother as things show up on screen.
motor blokkra lesz szükség robotunkon.
Fade out here as well.
Az irányblokkra.
And this gets a fade in.
Megmondja nekünk, hogy melyik irányba szeretnénk, hogy haladjon a robotunk, és végül
and here we're switching to this overlaid view
that I
selected from that drop down.
Majd utána pedig megállítjuk a két motorunkat. Ne felejtsük el, hogy a két motorunk két különböző porton van.
And I think all that's left is to go ahead and export and see how this video turned out.
Sziasztok! A mai órán azt fogjuk megnézni, hogy hogyan tudjuk ezt az aranyos Artec robotot mozgásra bírni. Itt van a robotunk, és kezdjük is ott, hogy megnézzük, hogyan fogjuk őt megprogramozni. Forduljunk is ide a monitorhoz, és itt látjuk, hogy ez a DC motor blokkra lesz szükségünk, amivel megmondjuk neki, hogy milyen gyorsan menjen. Ebből kettőre, mert két motor van a robotunkon, illetve erre az irányblokkra, mert ez megmondja nekünk, hogy melyik irányba szeretnénk, hogy haladjon a robotunk, és végül szeretnénk meg is állítani, ezért ide berakunk egy várakozást, majd utána pedig megállítjuk a két motorunkat. Ne felejtsük el, hogy a két motorunk két különböző porton van. Két motorunk a két porton van, M1, illetve M2. Itt látjuk, hogy oda vannak bekötve. Tehát ezeket fogjuk itt kiválasztani. M1 és M2. A power az a sebessége lesz, az maximumon van, illetve az iránya pedig a CV, ez órajárás szerinti irányba. Ez fogja az előremenést adni, és itt is figyeljünk rá, hogy kiválasszuk a megfelelő portokat, majd a leállításnál is. Ennyi is volt.
In summary, to make your videos more interesting or easier to follow, make sure to use multiple different angles or multiple different videos to illustrate what you're talking about in your main video. When you're working with multiple parallel video recordings or video and audio recorded separately, make sure to look at some loud noise or a clear sort of like vocal peak that you can visually align the videos or the video and the audio by. And finally, don't be afraid to add a lot of illustrative extra videos or images. Don't be afraid to use multiple recordings, even short ones from your demonstrations, from your talk, and use all these tools to make your final video that much more engaging and interesting. Thank you for your attention, and I'll see you in the next and last wrap-up video.